you see me?
No, I can only see Darren, but that's fine.
Okay.
How about that? I'll try to adjust you.
Well,
That's
yeah,
fine.
yeah, Rich will be there and Terry will be there, so.
I think my biggest concern is being able to hear everybody.
It's hard.
So can you hear me? Can you hear me fairly easy?
Yes.
Okay.
You should be.
Yeah.
Is everyone there? Where is everybody?
Terry Neighbors and Chris will not be here. Terry Wade said he would be, and I tried to call Rich and he didn't reply or answer back, so I don't know. I'm hoping Rich will be here.
Well, we got a gift for
Yes.
him.
I didn't look at it.
Hey,
Hey,
We
Woody.
have to open them, sorry.
That's close.
I didn't know if you have to do it.
We won't know how to act, and we don't have to do that no more. Yeah, really. Be like your code, forget your hat and gloves and you down.
Well, I changed codes on the way here, and I got here and I was like, oh no, my battery's in my other coat pocket. So I had to grab my phone.
This used to be only seen on old ladies' glasses.
Yeah. You know, the kids were doing that. And I thought,
Because I'm doing that at work all the time.
We haven't talked about it, so I just assumed that you're just here today.
I'm just like,
We don't have extra people.
all right.
Alright, it's on.
Well, luckily they had the disposable ones over there.
Yeah.
I didn't remember, so I just double clicked it. It was he, but I got tired of trying to figure out.
That's old Trenton, man. Hey, buddy, how are you?
Good.
Good. Hey, you just wanted to see back here, bro?
All right.
How are you, Martha? I'm good, how are you?
It's fine. Two or
Three.
Are you still working
Tight
from
as
home?
plug here.
I am.
Okay.
She's probably all tuckered out from neutering dogs, right, Katie?
Well, if you want to put it that way.
It's an inside joke. There was a dog that was been running the town, and Katie's input to was, yeah, take care of it, and hey, can I neuter it? So I said, you know, note to self, never get lost in Katie's neutering
We neutered all three
Yeah.
dogs there.
I've neutered many animals from our neighborhood.
It's like her brand. Notice none of the animals around here seem to have anyway. That was Katie.
That's my goal.
Yeah.
Trent, is Titus coming, right? Yeah.
The upper room, yeah.
He said he filled it out. Yeah, did he? He sure did. All right. Watch the.
We'll take care of it.
Somebody please take care of him, will you?
I'm sorry, Dave, I didn't think you were looking at my ear.
That's okay. That's all right. That's good to keep in there. Keep from getting
I asked Alex, what's the matter? He said, is the bus parked now? I said, yeah, well, the bus lot, what park? Can I give you something now? I said, yeah, that's what it is, it's Christmas all last night. And he was just itching, sitting in that seat to wait for that bus to stop. He was so proud of it.
That's all that.
Yes, yes. That was, so.
This is Gary's thing last time.
Yeah.
It's
Not
totally
that
different.
tree.
Number one.
5 minutes.
This one, this is definitely.
Those kindergarten. Gary takes, I go 3 times a year, Gary. green flushes, they like those lemon lime flushes, yes. But I do know when they'll spill on the floor of your bus, it's sticky. That's all I'm saying. But we usually go right before spring break, and then we go at the end of the year, we celebrate the 50th of the year. So if it's on your floor, even though you mop it, the flies will attract that shit.
Question, you too?
I figured it just comes with the territory, you know, we're supposed to get blamed, that's what we do, right? I was told to send that in contact somewhere.
I wouldn't argue that.
Hey, Titus. Hi, you're the board member? I am.
Come on over and have a seat right here. Right here, up here. You got it, yeah. You got the RV.
No twins? Oh, they are supposed to be. The elementary is too? Oh, my God. So what whole team can you play? Okay.
I understand Purdue's coming down to play. Well, you know. Although their game got canceled, I read more strings from December.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you have one that already, yeah.
Three kids a second, winning goal against Linton, has that worn off, or we still celebrating that?
Always celebrate that.
Anytime
Anytime you be with me, celebrate. Gary, being here your age, still celebrating.
If you didn't see that,
That's the way it is.
if you didn't see it, go on, Green County Sports Network and just watch the last minute of the game. It'll be about 5 minutes.
I don't know if my heart can handle it, you know, some of the fifth and sixth grade games have been pretty tough.
It was,
Haven't they, Mike? They actually have, they.
I didn't
No joke,
Couple of those games I've been to, it's been last second like that.
Yeah, they've been tied right up to the last.
That could be the last shot of 2020.
That's
a good way to close it out.
You know, what was funny about that was we're standing there and the officials who, you know, had done our varsity game that Saturday, or against Old Valley, and they actually did our Edgewood game, St. Cruz. And they were standing there, and they're talking around, and they looked at each other, and they said, you know, there's no time for a catch and shoot, it's gotta be a tip-in. So they were telling each other that, you know, it's gotta be a tip-in.
Were they saying that?
Oh, yeah, there you go. Now, of course, everybody was letting. They didn't realize what needed to happen. That happens when you go across part of the west, you go.
You're live right now.
It's true.
Hey, thanks for telling me.
A little too late. I don't think anybody went, but maybe.
Oh,
They wouldn't be surprised if they are.
Billy won't be the first time.
It's okay, we'll back it.
Is the link out there yet? Jessica?
Yes.
Okay,
Everything's ready to go in there.
30 seconds.
Hey, Dr. Lang,
Yes.
I'm not able to hear anything behind the computer, so I don't know if you can.
Well, I'll put you more in the center maybe. Let's try
Set her
that.
on the floor.
We have to use
I don't know if you will.
KWK's actual height.
They have to pack stuff like 15 minutes before.
We'll see if that has more sense with
We've been
located.
live.
Maybe that will help.
Hey, Marvin, did you hear anything about that lady that was in that accident out there on Seminary in the spring
I don't know, maybe.
over the weekend?
No.
She didn't,
No.
Nope.
they really didn't take an ambulance,
I
right?
can hear you when you're in front.
Yeah.
They had her in there for a while, so she stopped, she stuck around.
I was like that.
What's that?
I must carry something really good in that ambulance, because she sounded like she was in.
Yeah.
I think she.
Okay. All right, it is 7 o'clock, so we'll call this meeting to order. And our first agenda item is the students of the month. And we just have one, we'll have two, Mr.
through
You
this.
want to start then?
Sure, I'll go. I'm gonna start out with, a holdover from November, Mr. Titus Lehman. Last time that we had our board meeting, he was, playing basketball, and was unable to be here. So, I wanna recognize Titus, seventh grader here at Bloomfield Junior Senior High School. And, some things that I gotta have, I forgot. Titus, why don't you go ahead and stand up? That way everybody can see you, man. Walk right up there in the center. I'll just get up here with you.
All right, over in the picture.
Yeah. All right, so Titus's favorite food, all right, is wings, preferably some type of barbecue sauce. Is that correct? Okay, I've got that on the right side there. Next question is, what clubs, teams, programs, or groups are involved with the Bloomfield Junior Senior High School? Said he's involved in junior beta and junior high basketball at this time. His hobbies and likes are sports such as basketball, football, and baseball. I enjoy drumming, playing the drums, and singing on my own time. Nice. But I'm not involved in any ECA music activities at this time. Lastly, one of my hobbies is playing video games. What's your go-to game? Just feel. I got all that. I don't play. I don't have the dexterity to do the way too involved with me, but I just watch. I'm a good watcher. Favorite subject is math. There you go. And, now, Mr. Regan will use math to perform everything. Now, I'm going to put you on the spot here because I left the question off, of this one, but what do you like about it? I understand you've been here for one semester. Don't worry about it. I'll put you on the spot. That's all right, Ben. All right. You can think about it. You can tell me wrong, and I'll tell you. All right, man. Congratulations. Take a picture.
Good job, Mom.
Behind Bloomfield. That's right.
I need to know, are you a better singer than your dad?
Oh, for sure.
I would hope so.
On that one.
You take your mask off.
Yeah, a little bit.
Right, ready? One, two, one, two.
Keep down this.
All right, congratulations. Okay, and then we're going to go in and roll into our December students of the month. And the December students of the month went for seniors and eighth graders this year. And my senior was unable to make it here tonight. That was Wilson Keene. We'll catch Wilson in January, and I'll let him answer all these questions here. But my man Trenton Dean, come on up here. Trenton is an eighth grader here at Bloomfield Junior Senior High School. Trenton had a long commute here tonight.
See the young man
walking
walking
up
up
the
the
road.
road?
That's right. He just walked across Davis Street and walked across South Street.
We hurry this along for this young man.
Right, he's got to go. I know it, right? Grew up in the neighborhood. That's what I tell him. Grew up in my neighborhood. All right. Trenton is an eighth grader here at Bloomfield Junior Senior High School. His favorite food, biscuits and gravy.
Oh,
And you know what? That's good because that's what we have for lunch today. Yeah, that's right. It's taking help.
I enjoyed it.
At this time, he's not involved in any clubs or groups, which has been difficult at this time because we haven't had any due to COVID restrictions and so forth. But that'll change it. His hobbies, he likes to fix things that are broken. Like what?
Like cars. I have a 1978 Ford F-150 that used to be my dad's was working on.
Nice.
I completely rebuilt it.
Nice. They got a garage here behind his house, so I know that he's been back there because when I go over to my mom's, I can hear him. Nice. His favorite subject? Science. All right. What do you like about science?
I just like chemistry and all that.
Okay. All right. That's smart. And what do you like most about Bloomfield? He says the people, and I get along with almost everyone. I think you can tell just by how he interacts right here. So congratulations, Trent. Let me get you a student of the month plaque. All right, my man. Good job. Here you go. Did you say 78?
building. Four siblings, that's right, that's right. Two in the house? Yeah. Two out of the house. Christiana and Garrett, and then two Callie. Listen to it. All right. Well, congratulations, both of them. Well done.
All right, Mr. Ridgway?
I have one, but they are coming.
Okay.
So we will
Then we get next month,
take
okay.
care of them in January.
All right, you want to start with the rest of your recognition?
Sure.
Oh,
Can I just-
yeah, sorry. You're welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting, but we understand this is.
Business.
Yeah, so, we'll pause for just a second if you'd like to leave, but you're more than welcome to stay if you like.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Good job.
Bye.
Keep up the good work, guys.
That's it, man.
All right. Recognitions, our character trait program this month, our character trait was perseverance. So we had 8 drawings, eight winners of our drawings that we had over the course of the month. Our winners were Adeline Hill, Jason Myers, Lily Howell, Finley Folk, Elijah Rodriguez, Nathan Crane, Mayla Yates, and Ella Norris. So those were all of our winners for our character trait program. I really feel like the kids are really grabbing a hold of that. We get more and more tickets in every month in our budget. So, teachers are doing a good job passing those tickets out, recognizing kids are needing, those traits. I even had teachers ask me, this month's perseverance, but, can we hand them out for previous month, for courage. We had, in October. Absolutely. We're continuing to show that, and we want to reward them for it, go for it. So I think it's important that we build positive, give positive feedback for things that they do that, can make them better in the future. So, I also wanted to give a shout out to Julie Evans and Makery. They had an orange contest just not too long ago, and winners were Harley Chipman, James Wood, Adeline Evans, and Kendall Fisher. They had 300 votes, and between the champions, or I guess between first to fourth, which is the 32 vote difference. So it tells you how good it was in spring. That difference is so little with that many votes. And so they know they had a great time. It was really good design. Teacher winner by a landslide. I always love the fact that Julie said by a landslide. Diane Rodriguez. If you know Diane, that does not surprise you at all. I'm sure she probably went out and just bought everyone's vote. I hope you're watching, Diane. Then we have some contests that we run during the holidays. We had a gobble off where students came in and they did their best turkey impression. We had an elf contest, so whoever sounds, like an elf the best, whatever that sounds like. And then a Santa, the whole, ho. Mr. Lehman does a really good job on that one, by the way. He did not win. So our gobble off winner was Elijah Rodriguez, based after his mom from Mr. McCartney's room. A 3-time champion out of 4 years, and the only year he didn't win, we wouldn't let him participate. I'm against that. That was his wife's idea.
She didn't want to let me participate either.
Right, yeah. Elf contest winner was Gannon Ward from Mr. Newman's class, 4th grade. And then our Santa contest winner was John Fields from Mr. Rick's class. So it's pretty spread out there. Older kids tend to take the final championship, but we get one winner from every grade level. And when we bring them in, we announce who the contestants were after the votes are over with. And then we recognize them that way, give them a little prize, and name our final winner. So, also wanted to recognize Susan Street and Tim Hill. They just held our Christmas outreach program, and they served, first of all, let me say, their sponsors are local businesses and community members, but they served over 100 students this year with gifts for Christmas. And I know I get calls once in a while from parents that are just overwhelmed at the fact that what they get is not just cheap things, they really take care of them. So I do want to recognize them. I don't know how many years they've done this, but I just kind of watched the whole process the last couple of years, and it's pretty amazing. And they take it very seriously. first and second graders sent, they colored Christmas pictures and sent them to the residents at Lindbergh Nursing Home. So I can imagine that probably really hit the hearts of those people, given the whole COVID, situation and limited visitors and all that. I'm sure getting that was received very well. And I thought this one was kind of interesting here. Jan Abrams every year does a Charlie Brown Christmas play. And normally she invites all the parents in and all that. It's a big deal. And the kids really get into it. I don't know how she did it, but this year she did it virtually. And I can't imagine what that took to get every one of those kids to do their part virtually. And both together. She said it went very well, considering how they were having to do it. Went very well. So I do want to recognize Jan for continuing and doing that, even though, given all the strength in making that happen anyway. So it's a passion of hers, and I watched that one last year live, and the kids really did it as well. They played the characters, they were dressed up like the characters, and it was a very good job. With that, that is all I have. I will say, suck up to my superintendent a little bit. Dr. Lehman is completing his first semester here, and I think it's been a blessing. Having him here has been pretty awesome, except when he disagrees with me. But no, seriously though, he listens to us, takes everybody's advice into consideration before making a decision. I really appreciate that. So thank you. All right.
Okay, your job says so.
Yeah.
Dave, not so.
I was going, yeah, really?
Dave,
Where'd I go from there?
Yeah,
Let's see.
in a nutshell, here we go. Pack a lunch.
Okay, just get through our recognitions here. Of course, you introduced our eighth grade seniors last training, and of course, our senior will get them in January. I want to recognize our staff for persevering throughout this first semester. It has been quite a ride, and we've got one day left, and thankfully that will go uneventful, and everybody going to Christmas break, needing a break and doing that. So, but preparing for traditional and remote students daily, adjusting to weekly COVID reports and county color changes. I mean, it's a bit of semester like no other. So we had an idea going into the year, but we really didn't know what we were going to expect. And so I mentioned yesterday in our meeting that, not our staff meeting, but admin meeting that we had after school, that I love the fact that we have been able to, we've had great communication throughout, and not just within our building, but communication with the county and the health department of the county and the other superintendents. And, I'm biased, but I just think we've done it as good as we possibly can. And, we've been able to persevere. And, it's not been easy times. A lot of people, Renee comes to mind, just the amount of time that it consumes, and that's what it's done. It's just, I've been at. So I'm just a shout out to everybody, K through 12. Really proud of the staff at Bloomfield for persevering and moving forward. And we're able to do that. Hopefully we'll be able to do that, and we'll continue that for the second semester, sure. I want to recognize our girls swimming. Now we have gone from one 3 years ago to two last year. We got three this year, right? And they're all local girls. So last year we had one of our exchange students that was on there with Mackenzie. But we have Mackenzie Ramsey, who's a 3-year person, 3-year letter winner there. Lily Doris and Lily Farmer. And they've actually been able to participate. They've had some content canceled. They themselves have not been quarantined, thankfully, as a unit, but have been able to get out there. So you kind of wonder, how do we have a swim team? We don't have a pool that IHSA allows that for the swimming sport, and there's a couple other sports like that they allow to participate for the school. And they're doing that. And a lot of times they will get their workouts in at the Y on the west side of Bloomington or Hall Valley. We've been good to work with them as well. So, and Beth Plummer is the coach. So they've done a good job. I just want to recognize them. Basketball is going. It's kind of paused right now for the boys, and the girls are coming back. Record-wise, 5-4 for the girls. I believe the boys are 3-0. And so we get through these next 2 weeks, and we start getting into the second semester. Girls section will be here at the end of January. and boys will be there at the beginning of March, and keep that going for them. We try to keep the normalcy that we can. Our air rifle team, you guys had approved their field trip or travel plans to the Area 3 Championships in Fort Clinton, Ohio, up around Sandusky. It's about a 6-hour trip. Something we did had been put off. But they finally had this last week and had the best results we've had as a unit. They finished second in Area 3, and they were runner-up to the national champions of 2020, Zion Benton. Zion Benton is a powerhouse in NJROTC. Very large school district in Chicago. I think they have upwards of 200-some cadets in the program. So, our guys are multiple. They're doing multiple teams and do multiple things. They're just like, hey, you're on the air rifle team. We're focusing on that. But Commander Land, Chief Holberg, they made the trip there with the cadets. And like I said, overall, second place finish. So that's huge. That's really, really good. Junior high girls and boys basketball programs, they've been competing. They've been paused for a little bit, and we've had the North Davis was supposed to play the junior high or 7th grade boys tonight, and they had to pause that. But continue to move forward. Our music program, like Mike said, Jan Hayes did a virtual program for Charles Brown. Our music programs came in, they videotaped themselves, which we really appreciate for their programs, and post that out on social media for the community to see and take part of that. So Katie and Laura, really appreciate them finding a way in our landscape today to get that taken care of. So we have that. And finally, just a shout out to the students and the staff again. We're wrapping up finals this week, and like I said, going into it. High school finished up theirs today, and junior high, they have their projects and everything finished up theirs tonight. And because you put me in such a great spot here, following on that, I will say what I said at the very beginning of our first district meeting that we had in there. And I told the staff when I got done, introducing some new people, I said that we'd be in good hands with Dr. Lane, and we have. So we're very fortunate to have him and moving forward. So we've got a good team, and it's really tried. I mean, we've had to be pretty lockstep with each other throughout these times. So we'll continue to do that. So thank you.
All right, thank you. Next agenda item is our consent agenda.
Yes, here we go. We've got the meeting minutes from November 19th and November 5 that were sent to you, and November 17th work session as well, where we walked through the building. We've got the treasurer's report that includes appropriations, bank statements, rainy day, fund report, and claims. Personnel there, we have some hires, coaches hires, non-certified ECA hires. Resignations there, we brought up Beth already. There's a recommendation in there. We have a donation, an anonymous donation for $100. Thank you. Anonymously, thank you. And that's it for the consent.
Okay. We have recommendation. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve.
Chris, and Terry, second. Okay. We do have one member virtually here, Katie. So if you show our hands, we'll signify by saying aye or nay. We'll just go around the room. Rich?
Aye.
Terry, wait.
Aye.
Lana?
Aye.
Katie?
I can't hear you. You're voting on the agenda.
Yeah, the consent agenda, yes.
Oh,
Yes. Yeah, okay.
I can't figure out for later. He's behind the computer.
Okay, all right, sorry about that.
I don't know if
Sorry.
he's really put it in Enzo.
It'll be too far away then.
What if it's a man?
Oh, yeah. We'll try to do better in terms next time, sorry.
I'll put it right by
That's
you.
okay.
Okay.
We may need to move it to each
Is
person.
this close enough?
Okay. Next agenda item is other business.
All right, we have the building level administrator stipend, seeking approval approval for paying the building level administrators the same stipend amount as the teachers received from the TAG grant. And according to their level, highly effective gets $529, and effective gets $396. Looking for that stipend matches the teachers. The regular stipend for the teachers was already, and for them was given. Teachers also get a TAG grant award, and I would like the administrators to match what the teachers get from that TAG award, so seeking approval for that.
All right, so we have a recommendation, do I have a motion?
I make a motion.
Lana, motion, do I have a second? I'll second. Rich, second, okay, so we'll do it, a yay or no again, Rich? Yay. Terry?
Yay.
Lana?
Yay.
Katie?
Yay.
Okay, okay, next business, is other business, agenda item B.
We had done, last month, we had done the vision and mission statement. We used the collaboration times on Friday, the early release. On district day, we did that vision and mission collectively as a staff. And then we also, the next meeting after that, worked on our core values and belief statement. And it's just something that was recommended through the Ready Schools grant to do that together. It's something that's, I'll just say personally, that Ready Schools grant has been great for me as a superintendent. Because a lot of the things that I would want to do as a new superintendent, surveys, input from the community, from the board, from staff, and the direction and goals of Bloomfield, that's already been done. So as I come in as a superintendent, a lot of the work you want to do as a superintendent was right there in front of you, this Ready Schools grant. And doing this has just been me just following through and doing these things, and this is just a part of that core values and belief statement as well. And I just want to read those right now. Our Bloomfield School District core values: we believe all students have the ability to learn, are important, and have unique skills to contribute successfully to our world. We believe in a valued, highly qualified, team-oriented staff that cares for, supports, and teaches every student to their full potential every day. We believe that support and teamwork among our district, families, and community provide the most effective learning outcomes in and out of the classroom. We believe in relevant, inclusive, and engaging curriculum that appropriately prepares students for their life endeavors. We believe in instruction that is student-centered, effective, creative, engaging, and that teaches more than academic content. We believe in assessments that are authentic, meaningful, appropriate, and helpful in guiding students' futures in whatever vocation they choose. We believe in technology that enhances learning, enables education in varying environments, and prepares students for current and future technological advancements. We believe in that facilities should provide a safe, clean, and effective learning environment. We believe in proper stewardship of resources that supports the sustainability, security, and effectiveness of our school district. So these, again, were done collectively as a team. We had small groups, and I kind of just tried to mold the theme of those, sent them out, and got the thumbs up, and we would like to present those to you for approval as Bloomfield School District core values.
We have recommendation, do I have a motion? Motion to approve. Terry Wade, do I have a second? I'll second. Rich, okay, again, we'll vote yea or nay. Rich? I vote yea. Terry? Yay. Lana?
Yay.
Katie?
Yay.
Yay. All right, thank you. And our next one is, first reading of the deal report policy.
Yeah, so I think I sent you about a 150-page document of the Neola updates. It's actually two updates in one because as I was doing the old ones, the new ones came out. So just so you know, we, in a sense, kill two birds with one stone. That's why they're a little longer. And I've got some feedback from you all, but just the first reading doesn't mean we have to read them all, thank goodness. That would be a long reading and boring reading. It is kind of good sleep material, but it is important these are policies that govern our district. So It was the first reading, so really the first, and we'll have the second and final reading requesting approval in the January board meeting. So really this first reading is just any questions or any discussions about any of the policies at this point.
I think a couple questions have already been answered, so, yeah. We've not even 157 pages.
Yeah.
We have a few more questions.
All right, so that's it.
Okay, and the next agenda item, we had two board members who chose not to seek reelection. So their term is up in 2 weeks, here is December 31st. And at this time, we just like to recognize both of them for the 4 years on the board. And me personally, I'd like to thank you because you guys come on the same time I did, and we learned at the same time. What it means to be a board member, and went through the 2 superintendent hirings so far, and started a building project. So I just want to say thank you to both of you. Thanks, Mr.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Certainly has. It's been an experience for us too, I'm sure.
Well, and we at central office, Jessica ordered these are really neat things here. It says to honor your service at Bloomfield School District 2017-2020, Rich Williams.
Thank you.
So there you go, a little something to remember your service by. And Terry, same thing for you with the 2017 to honor your service here. We appreciate your service at Bloomfield School District, and I personally really appreciate you guys there. Here's a box to put it in.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks. Well, hey,
It's a good learning experience. There were some learning curves.
Yeah, exactly.
you know what, though, I can honestly say I feel pretty comfortable with the makeup of the board as we exit. I mean, I don't really have any concerns about it, and that's all, that's meant to be a compliment.
Thank you. I really do.
I think you've done a great job over this past year's president, Darren. I knew you would.
It's been a little difficult for everybody, so yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, with both of you leaving, we had 2 spots to fill on the board, and in the most recent election, we had 1 candidate. So we first thought we would have a vacancy to fill, but in researching this, trying to figure out how to fill that position, we actually found out we didn't have a vacancy. State law states that an incumbent will hold over if there is nobody to fill that spot. Well, there is no guidance in state statute which one Marissa would take the spot of and which one would be the holdover, because they were both elected at large at the same time. In trying to figure this all out, they both decided that they did not want to be a holdover. So they have submitted their required paperwork to the clerk of Grant County. So now we have a vacancy with that file. So what we will do, according to our board policy, we'll take letters of consideration between now and December the 31st for anybody that would like to fill that position. You can send your letter to me, the board president, by my email. It's on the school's website, but it is also first340@comcast.net. Or you can mail to the school, and that address is 501 West Spring Street. And you can send that to my attention. And if we have those by December 31st, we will have those considerations for that position. And on our organizational meeting, January the 7th, we will interview any candidate that has submitted that letter of consideration at that time. And then in our regularly scheduled board meeting, January the 28th, we'll seek nominations and appoint a candidate at that time. So, that being that said, like I said, if anybody has any questions or whatever, you can email or send the questions in. So, all right. Our next agenda item is 4E.
It's something that is done a lot of places at the end of the year for pay late arriving 2020 bills. Treasurer, they come in and may not have time to officially be board approved or go through the process, but they need to be on the 2020 budget, with just permission to pay late arriving 2020 bills.
We have a recommendation, do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve.
Rich, okay, do I have a second? Lana, okay, and again, we'll do, yea or nay, Rich? Yay. Terry? Yay. Lana?
Yay.
Katie?
Yay.
Yay. All right, and our next agenda item, is reports. Looks like, SRO report.
Yeah, we have our SO here, kind of like we've been doing. We have a leadership team that meets monthly, and Marvin's on that. Every department here, the leader, we get together, we report to each other and update what's going on and converse about issues and for people who help run the school as leaders, and Marvin's that for our SRO. And just felt like it's important to get those leaders up here periodically, see their face and hear it straight from the horse's mouth instead of me just reporting. So I asked Marvin to come and just share an update of how things have been going in the school resource officer world.
So, I mean, really, the kids have been fairly, I guess, they're doing great. I mean, don't have any issues other than, a few push and shoves maybe, but, kids doing good. We've been doing a few more home visits. They tried to get me killed the other day. Took me to a dog fight I didn't really want to be in, but we survived. Really, other than that, unless there's something. This gives us an opportunity to say thanks to you, too, Marvin. I think one of the things we did during our first term here is one of the better things was getting the SRO program going. We like being here. So they like you, yeah, and it's been great, though. We appreciate what you do here. You have another job and obligation of Bloomfield, but you guys have been great. Well, with the COVID thing, we've all kind of been in that boat where we've had to take some time off, so others have had to step up. So we're working some long hours, but it's worth it. Like I said, we have a great time here. I think everybody has their own little thing they do during the day, so we kind of get all those in school and try to mingle with the kids. And with a good influence, I think these kids need to understand that you guys are there to help them. And that's a great thing that happens here at this level. And there's going to be kids grow up in this town that are going to remember you forever. Yeah. I mean, hopefully that way. Oh, yeah. For the good reason, right? Yeah. Dr. Lehman asked us to come up with some goals, and I think that's where we're meeting. But some that I mentioned to Dave about a couple of years ago, and actually recently this past week, how as long as we were able to still do this, and maybe teach some classes a little bit down the line, and just on the law enforcement spectrum of it. Nothing too crazy, but if there's any interest in it, let's try to plug in that. Myself, I would. I believe. We got surprised they haven't gotten you guys involved in that air rifle team at all. I understand it's JROTC, but if you do have a skill set. Ryan, well, if you've seen the way I shot him, yeah. Not all of you are good. I know. But you shouldn't say that in public. There's going people can be running like,
Hey, he's backpedaling, going down to the ground. There's a lot of factors involved there.
Yeah.
I was in there on that.
The dog standing still. Yeah. But I think really other than that, I think it's all we have. Appreciate you guys having us here.
It's just valuable. SR, just their visibility. It's hard to put a number or a finger on the importance of an SRO.
Yeah.
The fact that they're just present, and him and JR and Brittany, they do a great job of just being present, interacting with kids, helping in the morning with drop off, supervising in the cafeteria, like I said, doing home visits, and just kind of being that extra oomph, when we have to deal with issues. It's just their presence helps you feel safe.
Kind of going back, when we got this, when Doug Rose was interim and kind of got this going in on that with you guys, You know, there was a lot, the whole landscape was, it was, I don't want to say fear, but, you know, there's a lot of things that were happening nationwide, and, you know, what were we doing and everything like that. And I'm just telling you, when these guys came into the building, and, because they had visited before, I mean, they would come in from time to time and visit around, but when they became a part of our community in the building, really, you could just feel that sense of security from the kids and from the staff and everything like that. It really did just kind of ease and really just have a nice settling tone in the building. And that was, you know, that was a tough time. There were several school shootings around. Not in our area, of course, but I mean, you know, in the nation. So.
Well, yeah, I remember some of the meetings we had, that there was actual, people asking about metal detectors.
Right.
So that tells you the climate at the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's important too, to have these guys in here too, because, you know, some kids grow up in an atmosphere where they fear.
Right.
And in today's society, you know, the media is teaching them to fear police. But they get to see the person behind the back. You know, yeah, they're here if you need them, but they get to see that, you know, all of them, that when they walk in here, that they're here to support. Because they'll go in and talk to the kids. You know, kids having a tough day, they'll sit down with them and just have a conversation. And it's good for that child to see, regardless of the age of the child, that there's a person behind that badge. You know, it's not just, you know, I think sometimes society forgets that. You know, and so I've seen that firsthand, and I appreciate it.
Thanks, Mark.
All right, thank you. All right, and now the superintendent's report.
Yeah, I just want to go through this kind of update. And again, a lot of these come from that leadership meeting we have monthly. So I try to just kind of highlight things I think are maybe most important to share. So start with operations, transportation, custodial. Matt Bales here. Just know Duke Energy has accepted our energy savings application and is working with KRM for the new construction, for lighting, HVAC system, dishwasher. There could be thousands of dollars of savings. They're working with them and coming up with an energy contract to how to be energy efficient here at Bloomfield. So we're interested to see how that report comes out. And during this COVID time, thought it was important to announce our janitorial cleaning and disinfecting supplies are good and still available. So we're good on that. And transportation has been solid as well. As far as the COVID summary, I've updated what I sent you a little bit. We have 7 active students. We actually got 2 more today, but 2 finished their quarantine. So we're hoping to go down, but we just are even now. So 7 active students in high school, 0 active teachers, and 2 elementary students. All right, and as I send in this too, we have several quarantine teams. The girls basketball team and the 8th grade basketball, boys 8th grade basketball team were quarantined. They're back now. But the girls varsity cheerleaders got quarantined, and now also the boys basketball, and as of 3:30 today, the girls 5th grade basketball, which includes my twin daughters, are quarantined. All right, that means they're in close contact. That's why I can be here, because contact of contact are not quarantined. And if you have questions about that, Renee McIntosh has done a good job on our website. If you look under COVID there, you can read those, because it hasn't always stayed the same. There's updates, so please keep an eye on that. And just want to say, and Dave mentioned this earlier, that the administration, we have a team, our administration team with Renee, and we've included a teacher representative as well on that. We communicate weekly with the local the superintendent collectively, and Dr. Powers from Greene County Hospital, and Sherry Lewis. We meet every Wednesday, talk about numbers, talk about are we doing the right thing, and what's each school going to do. We try to stay in sync, although if you paid attention, not all of them are in sync. You also have to consider each we collaborate weekly on that. So I just wanted to bring that up, and it's been good. To get to know the Greene County superintendent, and obviously we don't want COVID here, but I'm sure I wouldn't have gotten to know the superintendent as well as I do now, if we didn't have, have these weekly meetings to develop a neat relationship and collaboration with Greene County students. Technology-wise, I did want to bring up, and if any families are watching this, we adjusted the Chromebook insurance. We felt like the deductibles and how things were done need to be streamlined and price needs to be lessened a little bit. So we cut the deductibles for issues on the laptops in half. First incident is $20, second's $40, third one's $60, and that now also includes if there's a charger or bag issue. We're just going to string, those were kind of different. If there was a bag issue or a charger issue, that was a whole different category. We're just putting all the incidents into one. If the charger gets lost or broken, it's going to be one incident, $20, with that, and just to streamline that, and to make it not quite as much of a burden on the Chromebook if there's an issue. We also have the total loss. It was written as $320 regardless of when it happened, but we're putting, computers go down in value. So if it's a new computer, it will still stay $320, but then each year it's going to go down. It's going to go to $280 the second year, $230, and then $180 based on the year. Because they do devalue, and you feel like that was fair to start the whole cost of the computer if it's a 4-year-old computer. So we reduce that cost if the total loss deductible. So sharing that, and then Kathy Martin, just kind of sharing about our after and before school program. It's continuing to grow. K through 6, our after school program, we have 40 now enrolled. So it just continues to grow and be something that our students are using. Before school remains stable. It's pretty low in numbers, but still helpful for those students. And our junior and senior high school students, it's been less than 10. So we're not really getting a lot of involvement in that. So we're looking for ways to grow that part of the program to benefit junior and senior high students after school program. So update here on some things in each different area that I thought you guys, community, and everybody might be interested.
Okay. Next agenda item is public comments, and do we have any this time? Okay, we do not. And do we have any board member comments and items for future agendas? Yes. Okay. Katie, do you have anything? No. Okay. Yeah.
It's a good look in the future, guys.
Yeah. Everybody? Okay. All right. Well, our future meetings, we're going to have our organizational meetings January the 7th at 7 p.m. And then our regularly scheduled board meeting will be January the 28th at 7 p.m. And this time our meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Thanks, Katie.
Break.
And Marissa, thanks for stepping up.
Oh, boy. Too late now, girl.
It's
January 7th, what time was that?
great to see some youth